Hello and welcome to the Middlest, our Patreon-only show where we talk about the episode with the exact middle user rating. We want to see what this show looks like at its exact average because every show has highs and lows, but spends most of its time in that big middle.
Say it with us, folks, the big middle.
Big middle.
I'm Joseph Fink.
I'm Meg Bashner, and we're talking today about Season 8, Episode 22 of Friends. The episode is called The One Where Rachel is Late.
What's it about?
This one is about, so Rachel her due date comes and goes when she is pregnant. And so she's very grumpy, very miserable and having a hard time and sort of taking that out on her friends, mostly Ross, but everyone. So everyone kind of hates being around her. Phoebe and Monica are betting on when the baby will be due, when the baby will come. So that's happening. And then our other plot is that Joey is up for an award and gets to bring a friend with him to the award ceremony. And he picks Chandler as like this beautiful repaying of, you supported me all along the way. And now please come to this award show with me. It's the premiere for his movie. Sorry, it's the premiere for his movie. I finally made it and you helped me get there and it's very sweet. And Chandler falls asleep. So at the movie premiere. So that is what goes on in this episode. Eventually, Rachel at the end of it does go into labor.
A thing that we learned during your pregnancy is that for first-time pregnancies, the due date is rarely the day it comes out because the most common is exactly 1 week and 1 day, 8 days after the due date. And when did you have Iris?
I had her 1 week after our due date.
At night. At night. So
yeah.
you were like a couple hours from 1 week and 1 day. You were almost. So the whole idea of the due date is kind of absurd because it's not actually for first-time pregnancies the best guess.
Yeah, everyone be gestating their babies at different rates. It is the modern American medical complex that is allowing people to only 40 weeks and scheduling inductions at 39 weeks because I'm not going to get off my soapbox about the ARRIVE study and why we have a lot of unnecessary inductions and yada, yada, yada. Anyway.
Also, if you are a listener who is a cis man who has not had kids, I want you, just for me, to guess when we say like 39 weeks, 40 weeks, guess where that is counting from. Guess what week 1 is. I want you to just make that guess and then look it up. That's all. Just like see what you think you start counting from and then look up when you start counting from.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get it right.
You're not going to get it right. Yeah. Also, yeah, if you're like a lawmaker and you're making laws about concerning pregnant people's bodies, about when they can access life-saving abortion care, maybe also look up that
maybe look that up because some of those laws might not make sense at all.
Well,
given
some of those laws, I mean, listen, all those laws don't make sense if you're me, but if you're
but they like literally just don't make like mathematical sense. Yeah
So they have no basis in science at all, and ultimately come from the basis of not trusting women to know
women like Rachel.
Anyway, back off of the soapbox. Abortion should be safe and legal.
Yeah, exactly. So Ross and Rachel, I did not realize until partway through this episode that they were broken up because I had missed that entire thing. Yes,
because you're coming out friends with no other knowledge. So yeah, we're getting...
Because there's like a bit where they're talking about ways to induce, and one of them is to have sex, and they act really awkward about that. I'm like, why are you being awkward? Have sex. But you had to explain to me that they had broken up. I have in my notes that everyone's hair in all 3 of the episodes we watched was different. Just there was no consistent hairstyle.
And that's great. That's great for all of them.
I think this is the one where Matthew Perry looked pretty unwell.
Yeah.
Apparently so we're in season 8 out of 10 and towards the end of season 8. In the later seasons, he struggled to show up to work not high or drunk and was really struggling with substance, and you could see it here. He just is so skinny.
This is not when he was skinny. I don't think.
Is this another episode we watched? We watched one where he was just drowning in his suit because he was so skinny.
Some of the earlier seasons he was skinny, and then he went to rehab, and because he was put on a bit of weight because he was like getting adequate nutrition. So there's a point where he is in a larger body. There's a point when he's in a smaller body. It's just you can. Everyone else had a pretty consistent look throughout the show. Even Lisa Kudrow, while pregnant, but he had, definitely based on what was going on with his health, had varying different looks.
And that's it for our preview of this week's Middlest. To hear the rest and to get ad-free versions of the episodes, please support us on Patreon and get us that much closer to breaking even on the show, because when we break even, we will cover Breaking Bad. All right, see you next week with The Wire.